All right, here we go. CBS News, obviously CBS News, all the news is fit to print, came out on Monday, right before the Fed, and said, what will happen to mortgage rates after the Fed's April meeting? Expert predictions vary. We're going to go through this in a little bit, so stick around because I want to walk you through what they're talking about because they are all over the place. So I'm going to give my fourth scenario because they have all kinds of scenarios out there. But it's market update time, everybody. Check out the numbers down below. Rates are like starting to tick up a little bit, even though, at the beginning of the year, the Fed's saying they're going to be cutting rates 4 to 6 times. And then, oops, job numbers came out that were a little bit inflated. We've got inflation going up a little bit. So now what do we do? How do we keep control of this? Well, look what's happening to the rates. They're starting to go like this. And the Fed came out and basically said, we're not touching anything for a while. And some people are saying, maybe we'll get something in June, but not if the numbers continue to go the way they do. We may not see something until maybe the fall. And even a lot of experts are saying we might be looking maybe the fall, if anything at all. So check out those rates. Also check out, obviously, all the numbers, everything going on. The MAI is still climbing. We're at 78. We're almost back in the 80s again, which means very heavy on the seller side, even though we just heard that for this past week, our inventory numbers have gone up slightly, and they're actually up year over year for the first time in like 4 or 5 years that we've had higher inventory for this time over last year. So that's a good sign, but we still have so many buyers out there with the MAI at 78. It's not like we have so much inventory that's dropping that MAI into the 40s where it's going to become a balanced market. We're still just so heavy on the seller side, and people are looking at this inventory number thinking, oh, here we go. Here come all the homes. We are something like, I'm trying to think of what it was, the number nationwide. I'll get this number for you better. I'm kind of on the fly here, but I think we're like 4 million homes short of where we need to be nationally on the market or being on the market going through this year so far to really balance the market out. So we are just super short wherever we need to be. So don't get too excited on the buyer side. There is more inventory come out. That's a good thing to get excited about, but still expect to be competitive. Expect to have a lot of buyers out there. Sellers, I am hearing from a lot more sellers right now that are saying, hey, I'm thinking about putting my house in the market. What do you think? Well, this is that time of year. End of spring, early summer. People are just, getting done with school here in the next month or two. They want to get into that house before school starts again. So there is going to be a lot of action coming on the market, but you're still going to have just a ton of buyers that are driving those prices. So even if rates continue to go up a little bit, we're still going to see prices continue to go and see multiple homes or multiple offers on homes. The other thing that I'm seeing really big right now is agents are getting out there and they're putting a home on the market, let's say on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They're going through that weekend. They're getting a lot of offers, but they're going, you know what? They're talking to the sellers and they're being very strategic. Let's wait a few more days. Let's wait, maybe have another open house weekend before we really pull the trigger on an offer, because maybe we can continue to drive this price up where we want to be, not so much to be greedy, whatever you want to call it, but really just to get the most out of this property that they can, because maybe this is their only shot. So we are seeing that as well. So homes are maybe on the market instead of closing or being on the market like 25, 30 days or going 35, 40 days, which still is a very fast moving market. So don't get too excited as a buyer thinking the prices are coming down, because they are not. Even with rates going like this a little bit, inventory even going like this a little bit, it's not going to make much of an effect to bring those prices down. Okay. So look at all the numbers down below. Of course, if you need anything at all, of course, you know who I'm talking to. Anywhere in the country, I have agents all over the place. If you're looking for something in another state or another area, reach out to me. I'll hook you up with someone that I've talked to and I've vetted personally, maybe with someone I've worked with in the past in certain cities and certain states. So let me know if you need help there. But okay, let's get to it. Let's get back to the CBS News about what will happen. Expert predictions vary. Scenario number 1, they say, and I'm reading this, mortgage rates will decrease slightly after the Fed's April meeting. Didn't happen. So let's get rid of that scenario. Scenario number 2, mortgage rates won't decrease until at least June. We don't know that yet, but of course the experts are predicting, and it varies. So scenario number 3, mortgage rates will hardly budge in 2024. That's kind of where we're at now. They're moving up and down a little bit like this, but they leave out scenario number 4, which I talked about last week when Jamie Dimon came out and said didn't say the world was on fire, but kind of said, hey, look, if we continue doing what we're doing, because a lot of experts are saying on top of Jamie Dimon that the only way we're going to get, inflation and everything under control now that's continuing to go up again is to really raise rates again. And so he was talking about, scenario number 4 is mortgage rates will increase in 2024. That could be the scenario we're looking at. And if that happens and you're waiting to buy a home and there's not a lot of inventory and there's a slight increase, you're going to be in a tougher situation. And it's going to bring down your budget and what you can afford. Obviously, I was talking to someone about this yesterday, that now those people in Southern California that their budget was 1.8 is now down to 1.6, or 1.5 is down to 1.3, or whatever it is because of those rates changing. So definitely keeping an eye on the rates. I mean, people want to play the market all the time, but I keep saying the same thing over and over again. I don't think I have one client that's bought in the last 5, 6, 8 years that's come back to me now and said, man, I am not happy that I bought that home 4 years ago, because their value has gone crazy. So look at what's going on with the market and just understand it. Please don't listen to, obviously, wherever you get your news, fine, listen to it. CBS News, all the news fit to print, or wherever it is, or CNN or Fox Business or MSNBC or CNBC, or I can't even name them all, but, or TikTok. Please don't get your news off of TikTok. But if you need some help with this or want me to walk you through some of the facts and show you the numbers, I'd be happy to do that. Just so you understand what's going on with the market, whether you're a buyer or a seller. You want to be very well informed. And with this new NARS rule going to be kicking in, I've got to start putting these videos out on this NAR ruling that I know I'm going a little long today, but I'm going to put these out. It's very important right now that you really start vetting the realtors you're thinking you're going to work with as far as a buyer goes and a seller goes, because with the rules change, there are going to be certain things strategic that realtors are going to need to understand to really be successful for you and to help you get what you want. Okay, so all those numbers are down below. Click on everything you want. And if you'd want to know more about the CBS article, just look up, CBS News Fed decision. I'll put a link down there for you and you can check it out. But it cracks me up when they give me 3 different things and, everyone varies. Of course they do. So if you need anything at all, I got to go. But Agent B, here to help when you're ready. I'll see you.